I know most of you have been there. Approximately 8:30 Thursday evening, you know you're the speaker for next week. You can't wait. You figure that between now and a week from today, that's 7 whole days. That's a lot of time to make a speech, right? Sunday rolls around. You start thinking about that you have to give a speech on Thursday. But that's Sunday. Sunday's a relaxed day. Let's just not get into it until Monday. Monday rolls around. It's a horrible day at work. Just terrible. One thing after another happens. Tuesday, you start freaking out. You've got to get this speech ready. But you have no idea what you're going to talk about. So what the heck am I going to talk about? Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, selecting your topic can be the most daunting task that you've ever done in your Toastmasters career, right? But it's really quite simple, because selecting your topic comes from 2 sources: your personal experience and reference material. Now, personal experience, for example, interest. Now, Helen Alexander, she inspires me to select my speech topic from time to time because she has a passion for some of her interests. For example, cats and puzzles and all kinds of different things that she really likes. And I tell you, Helen volunteers for speeches more than anybody in this club because she has so many interests. So you could take interest as a catalyst, so to speak, to inspire you to select your topic. Now, career. Justin Durr in the back of the room has a fantastic career, a budding career as a regional vice president for a major electrical supply company. Now, I know he has some stories about managing people. So I know that he has some great stories for all of us in the future. So interest and career. And of course, who could forget family? Now, my family is a quite interesting bunch. I have enough stories from my family to accomplish 18 DTMs, at least. And for those of you who don't know, 1 DTM equals 40 speeches. So I know that for a fact, I'm over 50 years old, and I know that I could come up with enough speeches of that many DTMs, but family is a great example, a great source for selecting a topic. And of course, education. So you've got interest, career, education, and family. But one key ingredient to selecting that topic that you can really talk about is to have a passion for that topic. Have a passion for that family story. Have a passion for that interest, for that hobby, or have a passion for that education. All those can combine can make a great way to select a topic. So that's personal experience, a great way to select a topic. The other source is reference material. How many people here have looked on the web for reference material prior to doing a speech? Just about everyone here, right? So websites, books, magazines, newspapers, anything in print, anything that you find that's helpful and useful in selecting your topic. For me, one time I chose a topic. I wrote a speech after a trip to Starbucks. It was a good speech because you get inspired just by the smallest thing. For example, Starbucks has a small, medium, and large, right? But they don't call them small, medium, or larges. They call them tall, which is the shortest one. I could never figure that one out. And they've got the second one as a, what is it?
Grande.
Yes, and the third one's a venti, right?
Yeah.
Don't they have a double venti or?
Trinta.
A trinta, yes. Now, where do these terms come from? You can look these terms up and define the terms. You can look back at the history of Starbucks. You could figure out their success story by looking on the web and find out all about. That's a 5 to 7 minute speech in and of itself about a cup of coffee, right? That's how you connect. It was personal experiences like that. It can be ever so small. You can be going on a walk and get inspired by something you see, something you observe, something, maybe a dog or a beautiful dog come across your path. Hopefully he doesn't bite you, but those things can inspire you along the way to come up with a topic selection. Now, it's pretty easy, really, after you come up with your topic, to deliver a speech in Toastmasters, because we're a very comfortable group, right? Very comfortable group. We know each other, we forgive each other and all that. But how about if you're challenged with finding a topic to speak about outside of Toastmasters? Outside of Toastmasters. Here are some key things to remember. Number one, you have to narrow your selection down and tailor it to your audience. You have to kind of know who you're talking to. Perhaps it's an age group, perhaps it's a talent, perhaps it's an association, something along those lines that you can generate a topic and a speech that can relate to your audience. How about an occasion? Perhaps at a funeral. Maybe someone comes up to you at a funeral and says, "Can you give a little speech about the deceased here?" Wow, no time to prepare. Maybe you barely knew the guy. So those are the things that you can do to prepare yourself for that. Know the specific occasion and that specific purpose for that occasion. And then you have to know your own abilities. Once you've researched about this topic and acquired the knowledge about it, do you have the passion to deliver it in a believable fashion? Are you confident in your presentation? Can you become credible just by research and delivering with a passion? I challenge each and every one of you to give a speech that on something you know nothing about, but there's one thing in that topic that piques your interest, and blossom that one thing into something passionate. I've tried that on a couple of occasions. I've bombed, of course, but you never know until you try, right? You never know until you try. Speech topics are all around us. They are out there waiting for us right after we leave this room. And I'm going to pass around a little sheet here that I passed around before. It talked about, the entitle is, they're all around us. Speech topics are all around us. If you could take one and pass it along, Kara. Rick, if you could take one and pass that along. So in conclusion, I'm just going to say, look for the smallest things in your family, in your interests, in your education, in your career, in your website that you visit on a daily basis, or at your job, anything like that. You can come up with a 5 to 7 speech, and you will be successful in selecting your topic. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you.